Mr. Suraj, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
Today we have today we have examination or tomorrow we will have it.
Today.
Today. Okay. Mm.
Let me log into my. So today we discuss about the one of the also an important topic, that is automations. Automation. Uh, Whenever since right now what we have done, that what we are doing, that we are uh, in the Salesforce, we are filling up the forms. We are filling up the form. Whenever we have to create a records, we are filling the forms, right? And whenever we have to do some calculations, we are doing via a formula fields. Yeah, right. Remember, we create a formula fields whenever we need to do some calculation over the fields. At that time, we create some formula fields, and whenever we have to add visibility of the records or uh, such kind of things, then we use the permission sets, organized securities, and all those things. So these kind of things that related to only that what when the user create a form and hit the save, and user able to, at that time user are able to see the records or not able to see the records, or whenever he hits the forms, and what will be the calculation means. Let me show you where I am. As you remember that on the, I think on the formula field, on the this employee object, we created a formula field that will create the domain of that person. uh, okay, and okay, so we created a formula field over that. Whenever we hit the save, we created a formula field that will create its username. We created also a formula field that will calculate its that will capture its billing city. And suppose I just add any account. Yeah, that's it. If it is, he has any account and that account has a billing city, so that billing city will have. So this kind of calculations are very quite simple calculations, and it will work as soon as user hits the save button. Okay, that's the very small, but there is some limitations over there. Limitation is that we can't edit the formula fields. Okay, yeah, we can't edit the formula fields, and that was the first limitation, that we can't edit the formula field. Or whenever we do a relationship and try to design a roll up summary, at that time the formula field also not available over here, over there. So there are some limitations over the formula fields. Which are the limitations? Suppose we just want to do the calculation, but it's still, suppose the system will already calculate the this username, but still we want that the user can change its username. So here he can not able to change its username, because for the changing the username he has to change its last name. That is not a correct, that he can choose his own username regardless to the last name. This was the system generated, that's okay. But I want a system that will change its username. He will able to change its username. Right now here it's, he is not able to change the username. He has to, what he has to do, either he has to change the domain, or he has to change the last name, but both are not correct to changing its username. Means my last name is my last name. I'm not going to change my last name only for changing my username. That's not a correct thing. So, in such a case, in just like in such a scenario, that whenever we have to change, or this is the limitation, means whenever this is the limitation. So this is a kind of limitation. There are so many other limitation over there, and so many other because it's also kind of automatic process. Means automation is just like anything that Salesforce can do automatic on the records. It's called an automation. And so formula field, we can say that it's also kind of automation, but it's not come under the automation. Automation is a different thing. So whenever we have to we have let's the Salesforce to perform some automatic thing after the record saved, that time it that all things are comes under the automation. Okay, so uh, just give me a moment. So what okay, or slides, let me open the slides. Day one, day 10. So yeah, in the automation of the Salesforce, we have we have workflows, we have workflows and process builders. In the automation of the Salesforce, we have a workflows, process builders, approval process, and there are so many approval process and flows. These are things are comes under the automation of the automations. Means we have a workflows, we have a process builders, and we have flows. These three things are comes under the Salesforce automation. Okay, so these three things are itself a very big topic. Means workflow is a big topic, and then process builder, and then flow. These things are contained itself a big topic. But what it will be do, suppose we have to just update a feed, or we have to just actually these three are based on the requirements, and the Salesforce is still depreciating that workflow. Means workflow is going to be depreciated because most of the functionality that is related to a workflow are going to present in a process builder. Only one functionality remains in the workflow, is that outbound messages. So we will discuss about it later, that what is that. But what it will do means, workflow is just a kind of automation tool that will help a user to perform some automatic operation that can be either to field update. Right now we are just what we are doing, that in our example, as you see, that it was not doing any field update, or it is just whenever we put any value, it's calculate and show the field value. Means it's just doing the calculation, it's not doing any updation here. Means whenever we formula field operates, it will not doing any updation here, it will just do the calculation. And that calculation have some limitations, that after doing the calculation, we can't edit the fields. So these kind of requirement, whenever we have to do a calculations, and that calculation are also responsible to do what we can say, to make changes afterwards, then we use the we use the field update feature of the workflow. So, and suppose we have also a requirement, so whenever this record will save, we need to send a email to that user. Automatic system will automatically send an email to the user. So that was also can be, it cannot be doable from here, it can be do via workflow. Means we will take the help of a workflow to send an email. Means that was an automatic process. Means whenever we have to do some automation, means whenever we have to do some automatic thing, that whenever the record is saved, it will just do something just like field update, or send an email, or create a record, or create a sub records. Means suppose I want to create a sub record, means related records, the records that is related to this object. Whenever the record is creating, I want to create a related records with this. So these kind of operations, when we have to work on, or when we have to do, at that time we take a help of a workflows, means any kind of automation things, but it's not a any kind, just only three or four things are provided. Let's check. Only four things are provided in the workflow, that either the user can either the user can do any field update, or do any kind of email messages, or do any kind of create a record, and then or create a either create a records, any task, or emails, or field update and outbound message. These four tasks can workflow can do. Okay, so these types of following types of, means based on the requirement, these following types of things can do doable by a workflow. So first we will talk about that field update, but before doing that, let's create an example. Let's create some objects over here, so that we can do it easily. So for creating an object, I will use the schema builder, because the schema can create much faster than creating from the UI. I will create some new objects. Uh, I will this is the same bookstore name, and hit save. Sorry, bookstores. Okay, I create a bookstores. I created a book. Book name. And I also created I will also create a junction object, that is selling instead I will create a number cell starting with 1. Okay, in that I will create a master detail relationship. Okay, in that book I will add a currency field that will say the book price. Where is that called? Currency here. Okay, let it be 6 digit, and it should have 2 decimal places. Okay, so that's and in that selling I will add that quantity field. I will create a quantity field. Where is that? For quantity field I will use the number field, normal number field. Quantity, and it should be, let's three, it's okay. And I will allow only 999 and quantity. and then we have to quantity, and then I will create total amount. Let's do a currency. It's again that it 10, comma 2 up to 2 decimal places. Okay, so what I do, I just created two objects, book and bookstore, and created a junction object. In that junction object, I created the junction object, and that junction object, that book and bookstore got a relationship with that, and then book have a each book have some prices over there. So I just added the prices, and bookstore, bookstore, whenever the bookstore will try to sell this book, he has to do number of quantity what he is selling, and we will create a we will means what it will do is it will create we will add the number of amount, and so from here, and book price, and create a total amount. So for that, that's okay. Let's add some field on the page layout, because whenever we create any fields from that the CUI, it will not anything on the page layout. So we need to do some page layouts. Let's make changes on the page layout so that that will be available on the page layout. Else we will not able to see that field on the page layout. So book name, and I will add price, book name and price. I hit save. Then page layout of that, I think it does not need, because I created a name will already presented. I don't need. And this I have to okay, book name, quantity, and then total amount. Okay, let's also create an app. Just I think it's just a revision. You guys have got revised everything. App manager. Now because we are learn everything, and now it's everything got accumulated. And now you have to do everything, means you have to just follow all the process and then reach to that position. So I was just creating that app, and that app name is my book store management. Okay, book store management. I will leave everything as it is. And I will add my book. One more issue, that you can see that your book or book store is not available here. Can anyone tell me what's the issue? Why it's not available here? It's not available here. Can anyone tell me that why it's not available here?
I think you didn't check the item below. It's launching the app thing, something like that.
Because of tab, I think you didn't.
Yeah,
choose
right.
the
Yeah,
tab.
yeah, correct. Because we haven't created a
Tab
tab
set.
for them. So let's create tabs. Book. While we creating an object from that object detail means from create schema, that at that time that tabs will automatically get created, because we have checked that checkbox over there, and it will automatically get created. But when we are creating from the schema builder, it will not created. We have to create one by one. And here you're asking to add tab on which app. So I just since I don't have created my app yet, or just don't include this tab, save, and book store, and then we have a book. I'm not including this into any of the tab. And then we have also called selling. It's just a tab style, nothing else. It's just don't confuse it. Oh, just and then save. Now it's okay. Now I'm going to my app manager and try to find. Now you can see both are available. All are available. Books, bookstore, selling. Yeah, I added all of them. Hit the next. I just make them available for system admin because I'm a system admin, and save and finish. Okay, now I'm going to my bookstore manager. Okay, now you can see let's add some books so that Harry Potter, that will be 27 new. What name other book? Game of Thrones. That will be 30 or 39.99. That's 24.9. Okay, I created 3 books. Let's create a bookstore. I created one bookstore. Let me. Oh shit. I created one more bookstore that. Okay. Now I created some data. So we have a books and their prices, right? We have a books and their prices. And we have a bookstore. Now, suppose this John want to sell some of the books, and what he will do, he will go to its related, and again, we haven't set up the page layout for this, so that's why it's where is my schema builder. I just go to here and set up the page layout. That's the issue, some types of issue when we are working on the schema builder. Schema builder does not set up the page layout automatically, but when we follow that our standard process of creating you have to go to the related list. Standard process of creating that thing, books, or sorry, for standard process of creating fields, then it will let us know the option how to create a page layout. So at that time, it's okay. And I am adding some fields over here. I will add the book name and book price, and then I will add quantity and total amount. Okay, and hit the save. Save. I go to not Arnold. Arnold now gone. There is no issue with that now. Okay, now we are working with the bookstores. Okay, now whenever John Book Limited has to sell a book, what he will do, he will go here, he will create a new, and he will create a new record and search for the book. Suppose he wants to share the Harry Potter and he wants to sell 3 quantity he sells. At that time, what he have to do, he had to go to here, this tab. Where is my bookstore tab? Books here. He has to open this record. He has to see that what's 20. So he has to 20 and then 20 into 3, then it will be 60. He will do 60 and then hit save. Okay. He has to do some kind of thing that means whenever he has to, similarly, when he have to here, come here and go to that, wants to sell some different book, Game of Thrones, and that quantity will be 3. Suppose the quantity will be 5. So he will again go to this here and go to a Game of Thrones, and he will 39.9. He will do what he will copy, open calculator. What is 39.9 into what are 5 units? 199.95. So he will, what he will do, he will come here 199.95 and then hit save. So what is that? The thing is that there is an issue in that. What it's the issue that whenever he have to do, whenever he have to sell the book, he has to do some kind of calculation. So and that he comes to that John comes to us and tell us that, hey, I don't want to do every time when I want to sell the book, I don't want to do this type of calculation. I just want to do, my system will automatically calculate that price. So that will, when this is, and now this situation cannot be handled by a formula field. This situation will not handle by a formula field, because for the formula field we need to create a new field. Yeah, remember the formula field, we need to create a new field, and it will affect the current system. It will affect the current system because current system is working on the some different field. He has a total amount field which is not here. Why it's not? Yeah, if I click on view all, he has a total amount field which is already present in the system, that is calculating the field. And so at this time he will comes here. We can just 3 into 2, we just create a formula field that will multiply and show me the total amount. But that will not help, because that will not affect this will create a new field in the system, and that is not a good solution. So for that, since we have a already created field, and that field on that field we need to work on, so that our formula field approach will fails. So at that time we need to move some other approach, and that time we have to we have to go to an automation process. So whenever we reach to some limitations that formula field cannot do, or formula field not help in that situation, then we go to our automation process. In the automation process, let's see. In the automation process, you have for the automation process, first option comes up in our mind that we have to do a workflow. We will create a workflow. What the workflow will do? Workflow will calculate this book price and quantity, calculate these value. He will multiply that book price with the quantity and put the value in total amount. Means he will automatically do that calculation thing and puts the value in the total amount. Let's have a look that how it will works. Means this is the situation why we move to the automation process. There is only the process whenever we reach to, whenever we have to do some automatic thing in a system, in a Salesforce, then we have to move to the automation process. automation process, since we are working with the workflow has some only 4 automation process present in that workflow. Either we will create a task, or we'll do a full field update, or we will send an email, or we just or send an email, or just create or send an onboard messages. So let's do field update feature of that workflow, and let's check how it will work. So for the field for writing a workflow, we just again have to go to the setup, and the setup, type workflow. We have it, there is a, here you can see that there is a rule called workflow rule. And here you have to just click on continue. You comes to a screen that you have to show that you have to just click on new rule, and here you have to choose the object. Since we are working on the selling object, that remember we need to do calculation on the selling object, because selling object has total amount for feet. So we need to choose that selling object. Where is that? Yeah, I will choose that selling object. And hit next. Okay, now you're asking for the rule name. Let's, the rule name will be calculate total amount. Yeah, calculate total amount. I created a rule, and this will calculate the total amount. Total amount which is equals to T into what is book price. Okay, that's a description, nothing, it helps to only understand. Okay, and then we have this option. This is a very important thing that where we have to do. This is asking that it means we have to run this workflow when the record is created. Means remember we have a two situation in our system, that two situation in our system, that one, when the record is created, suppose here I click on new and enter some values. And it should be $58.78. Okay, 78 cents. Okay, so this is a situation that when we are creating a new records, and we have another situation that we are we are editing this record. Yeah, what you are editing the record, the word is not flat. I will just have to say that this is the wrong I have entered, and I just want to say that another book name. No, forget the name. Okay, so that's another situation. So we have a two situation, that one situation tells that either the record is created, when the record is created, and second situation, this one, second situation, that when the record is edited. Yeah, so it asking to the thing that when we have to run the workflow, either when the record is created only at that time, or whenever we update that record doing at that time. So first we choose this when the record is created, means whenever the user creates a selling records, it will do the calculation, and that's it. If you're updating that record, it will not do the calculation. First we look at this situation, then we move to the other situation, and then we have a criteria. Criteria means the criteria to which this follow to update the records. Means criteria in the sense similar, it is the similar as you learn that in which yeah, in the sharing rules we design criteria. In that we just design the criteria that domain name equals to gmail.com. That was the criteria to sharing the record. Similarly, we design a criteria to to do the calculation on which record. Since we just selected an previously we just selected an object, and doing the means we selected an object and selected that whenever the record is created, and now we're asking for the criteria that record is created, it's okay, but all the records which are going to created, we have to do calculation on all the records, or we have to filter out some of the records. Since in our case we have to do calculation in all of the records, so what we will do, we will just put a criteria that something like that, selling quantity should be greater than 0, greater than 0. Okay, so we are pulling we are just matching the criteria that whenever the record is created and its quantity price is greater than 0, then it will do the calculation, else it will not do the calculation. Okay, and then we have save and next. Now when this is the rule to execute that workflow. Now we have to design that what the action that will workflow perform. Remember that we have an action, there are 4 types of action. Yeah, either it will send an email, or do the field update, or do the outbound access, or execute any existing action, or there is also option to create a task that will be learn later on. Or yeah, so first now we have to do just field update. So we just hit the field update because we need to update the total amount field. So first we do the field update. We just go here and asking for the field update name, means it's a field update name. So selling total price. Okay, and now he asking for which field we need to update. We need to update the total amount field. Okay, whenever you choose that, if he will ask for that this field, it means that whenever the field will update it, that we need to do a real calculation or no. So we will leave it as a blank, and thereafter we will here he ask for that what should be a new value for this field. We will use the formula editor, and for the formula editor we just use that our selling, what is that, bookstore, just similar as we are doing in which other we are in the formula field or in the validation. Both in the both UI we have seen this kind of thing, that how we choose the fields. And then I will choose my price. Where is my price? Book is not book, sorry, book, and book price, insert. Then I will do insert operator, multiply, and then I will do what it will be do. It will see the quantity and insert and hit the save. Okay, once we hit save, we hit to here, we can see the done button. We just have to done, click here done, and then we need to activate this workflow rule. I'm going to activate this workflow rule. Now it's activated. Okay, now what I have to do, I just created what I had just do. I just created a workflow rule which is having a rule criteria that whenever the workflow rule on the selling object, that whenever the record is created, evaluate record, whenever the record is created, it will check that record has the selling quantity has value is greater than 0 or no. If it is the value greater than 0, then what it will do, it will do this field update. In that field update, what it will do, it will just change the total amount value, that it will do the calculation, booking amount into quantity. It will do that thing automatically. So let's check. it's working or no. So we have a bookstore. I'm just going to bookstore. I'm just going to Paul bookstore, and what he will do, he will come here and click new, search for a book, say Da Vinci Code, and enter 8 and hit the save. Now total amount is an optional field. If it is filled, it will still updating. So total amount will become an optional field. I will just save it. Now when I hit the save and then click to view all, that his total amount get automatically calculated. When 24 into 8 you will do, if you do the 24 into 8, it will show the total amount field. Similarly, if Paul want to sell some other book, to sell some other books and it has a -1, then at that time our workflow will not work, and what it will do, that total amount will not be calculated because the amount is less than 0, so the workflow will not work, and it will not calculate any kind of calculation over here. And if we do something like that, create a Game of Thrones and add a quantity 2 and then hit save and check it, we can check it here, quantity 2, and it will calculate the price. So point I'm making that it is that what we have do, that we just create a workflow rule for doing that calculation. That workflow, since we have to work on the selling object, so I will choose the selling object there, since I just want that whenever the record is created, at that time it will do the calculation. So I just choose that option, that whenever the record is created, it will do the calculation. And while the record is while running the workflow, it will check that is selling price is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then it will do this type of action, all the action, else it will remains as it is. So as you see that when I enter the -1, it will not work. When I enter the 2, it will work. So and what it will do, it will go to its field update and check that total amount, and do the field update on the total amount field. What it will do, it will do a calculation via formula, that booking price, it will calculate that, it will multiply the booking price into the total quantity and put that value in the total amount. So it's a very small thing that will let you know that how we do the field update while creating a record. Okay, so any questions?
Yeah, I have a question, Suraj. I
Yeah.
understand the concept. It's really easy, the workflow rules to implement, but I don't get it. But the total amount is a field of the selling. Why we cannot put the same formula field on the total amount field?
We can't put any formula field. Suppose, let's do that. If you want to see that, let's create a formula field. I can't put any formula field over here because the formula field is a totally new field. It's not a field that we are already working on it. I can't do any and for that I need to create a new field, and then it will show the values. So that's not a requirement. Requirement is to do calculation on that field, not on the creating a new field and do the calculation.
Understand. Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
So maybe we are going to use this calculation somewhere else. Because of that, we are creating objects, so we can use several times same function. If we
This
use,
field update,
I mean, like when we create selling field update object, we can use with several parts. We don't need to write same calculation again. But if we only write inside of the book, we need to write same function everywhere we are going to use. Maybe reusability kind of thing, right?
I'm still not able to get your question.
Like the reason I'm trying to, like, why why is it preferred to create an object and create this calculation field
No, no.
update? Is
Okay.
it to increase the reusability so we can use same thing in different part of the
No,
application?
it will not increase any kind of reusability. No. It's just a process. It will not increase any kind of reusability.
Okay.
We are creating the objects. I'm creating the object only to demonstrate that how to formula field will work and nothing else. And I'm just demonstrating a real case scenario. Means it should be it's a kind of a real case scene that whenever a bookstore person want to sell the books, so what kind of situation he will face. So that's the situation that we design a system, but system will do some manual calculation. So for any automatic calculation, for any automatic calculation, we just use the workflow for doing that calculation. So that's the thing. Nothing. It's not a reusable thing or not. It's just a process. We can't use that process in that any other object. It's designed for only for this object, and it will only for this object. Any other question? Okay, then we will come back after 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, when we come back, we have a test over there on the Kahoot. So be ready for that. Okay.
Cool.
Just-
Thank you.